Hi, welcome to Starks On Demand. We're here to help you realise and achieve your fitness and wellbeing goals. We're also here to encourage NHS workers to improve their physical and mental wellbeing by getting active and getting those workouts in to supplement the hard work that they're putting in every single day. In this workout, we're going to be keeping it short and sharp. So if you're short on time, this is going to be the perfect fit and allow you to get your workout in whatever the day. We're going to start with a bit of movement. I like to incorporate my warm-up exercises in a circuit format to cut down on time and add to your session that's about to come. So we're going to use an EMOM format, which is every minute on the minute. We're going to work for 8 minutes and we're going to have 4 separate exercises. So that means exercise number 1 is going to come in the first minute, exercise number 2 in the second, then 3 in the third, 4th in the fourth. That'll be 4 minutes. We do it twice, warm up complete. The movements we're going to go for, we're going to work for about 30 seconds. So the first movement we're going to have is a down dog to chaturanga to cobra. So that's a yoga flow. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. So from this position, we're going to set up in the down dog. So we want to try and encourage heels to floor, chest to knees, hands pressed into the ground. From this position, we're going to roll forward into plank. We're going to lower down, resting on the floor, before we then push back up into the cobra position. We're then going to tuck the toes under and pop back up into the down dog to finish that sequence. Now, for 30 seconds of that first minute, we're just going to work through that movement nice and slow. Open up through the shoulders, open up through the hamstrings. There's no set reps that I want you to get. We're just going to work for that 30 seconds. The second minute, we're going to move into the world's greatest stretch. The world's greatest stretch will start from the plank position. We're then going to take one foot to the outside. If you need to, you can drop the back knee down for support. From this position, we're going to go elbow to ankle on the front leg and then rotate and reach to open up for that stretch. Now, key points, keep the knee wide as you rotate and open up there. If you're more advanced or you're warmed up, we can step and keep the back leg off the ground, elbow to ankle, and then reach and rotate. That's your first 2 movements. The third movement is going to be a hands overhead split squat. So from this position, we're going to take a front leg and then a split stance by moving the back leg out behind the body and we're on the ball of the foot. Okay. From this position, we're going to lift up hands overhead and we're going to drop down with the back knee and we're going to lift back up again. Drop down with the back knee, lift back up again. That's going to be 15 seconds. Then we'll switch the legs over and we'll complete 15 seconds on the opposite leg. The last exercise is going to be a core exercise. So we're going to work the dead bug. So we're back on the ground again. Starting off on your back. From this position, I'd like you to have your lower back flat into the ground, your arms set over your shoulders, and your knees set over your hips. Okay, from that position, we're going to extend one leg. Then we're going to pull back in again. We're going to extend one leg. Then we're going to pull back in again. We're going to alternate back and forth there again for 30 seconds. Now, quick sip of water. I'm going to do all these movements with you, so you just need to get ready, watch along. It's every minute on the minute. I'll tell you when you need to start and stop. So I've got my watch set here. We've got about 20 seconds and then we're going to get ready to go. Okay, we're all set. We're going to get ready to go from the first minute. That's the down dog to chaturanga to cobra. Okay, so we're lowering down, lifting up and through. We've got 5 seconds. So just take a knee, get your hands set. 4, 3, 2, 1, and push back, down dog. We're going to roll through, lowering down, lifting up through the chest. Then we pop back in there, pushing towards the knees, rolling through, lowering down, lifting back up again, popping it up and back, rolling through, controlling down, lifting up, pop it up and back, last one, then we'll be on the clock. Breathe and stretch. Perfect. Okay, stay in this kneeling position. We've got 30 seconds. We're going into the world's greatest stretch next. So, as I said with the world's greatest stretch, we are going to start in the plank position, but if it gives you more support by dropping your back knee down, take that position so that we can have a base of support so you can focus on that stretch and rotation, because that's the main part of the movement. Alright, 10 seconds. I'm going to start from the plank position, but I will do a couple of reps to show you with the knee down as well. Now, 3, 2, 1, and foot moves outside. Elbow to ankle and stretch, and rotate. Hands go down again, swap sides. Elbow to ankle and rotate. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to show you knee down this time. Knees down, elbow to ankle, and rotate and reach. Last one, swap sides. Knee down, elbow to ankle, rotate and reach. Perfect. Right on the money, 30 seconds. So as I said, base support, that means you can concentrate on that stretch and rotate. Maybe you've got a bit more core control or you're nice and warm, you can extend into that back plank and you can still get the same range and rotate. You can build into it. We're going to get another chance to do it on the next round. We've got about 10 seconds. We're going to go for the split squat with hands overhead next. If you are someone who is seated at a car or at a desk, potential for your shoulders to be internally rotated. So as you've got these hands over your head, I want you to really reach up tall. Okay, ready? 15 seconds. Split that back stance, reach up tall, drop the back knee down and push up. Now, I'm bending both knees to allow my torso to move straight up and down. Vertical movement. We don't want to be drifting forward too much yet. We want to try and balance out these lower body muscles. And last rep. Perfect. Hands down, shake them off, switch your legs over. Set that stance. And here we go, bend back knee. So as I said, we want to try and balance out through these muscles in the lower body. If we start to drift forward and the knee goes towards the toes, we're going to take more of that contribution to the quad and rest and relax. Perfect. Okay, we're going to move into this last exercise, which is the dead bug, and that's going to be from the floor. So we'll set up in the floor position, knees over your hips, hands over your shoulders, neutral neck, ready, and we're off. Extend that leg, then pull back in, extend that leg. Now, if you're moving through this position and you feel like you're starting to get an arch in your lower back, it's quite possible your core's being fatigued or we're not strong enough to hold that long position. So I'm going to shorten my rep if that's the case. So I'm still going to move in the same plane, but I'm just not going to extend as much until I can build strength and confidence through the middle of my core. One more on each side, 1 and 2, and relax. Perfect. Okay, that's halfway through the minute. That was one round. We're going to complete another full round, which will take us to the 8 minutes. I want you to try and progress your positions in this next round. Okay, so if you were doing the world's greatest stretch with a knee down, we're going to try and take that knee off. If you were doing the split stances with maybe a shortened arm, we're going to extend them and so on. Okay, get ready to start. Down dog, chaturanga. Okay, so starting in down dog, chest to knees, we roll forward, chaturanga, we're lowering down, lift up into baby cobra, pop it back, stretch, roll, lowering down, elbows stay tight, but then we lift tall, pop up in there, stretch, roll and forward, shoulder control down, lift, we've got time for one more. Heels down, stretch the hamstrings, push the chest to the knees, then we roll, down, and lift. Perfect. Excellent work. We're getting a full range of motion through the shoulders there. Well done. 15 seconds. Then we're at the world's greatest stretch. I'm feeling this one tighter on the underside of my leg on one side. So I'm going to focus more on that elbow to ankle, stretch and hold, and then rotate. So it's nice to try and feel for these tight spots individually. Just spend a bit more time on them if you need to. Okay, get ready. Left foot for me first. Then I'm going to stretch down, open up and rotate. So this next side for me, I'm feeling a bit tighter. You just move at your normal pace. I'm going to hold and I'm going to rotate out there. Perfect. And change. Reach and rotate. Normal pace on that left side. So I'm going to stick with a slow hold and stretch until I can open that back up again. One more each side. Dip and rotate. Excellent work, and relax. Okay, split squat next. So what we're looking for with this split squat is obviously hands up overhead, but if you feel like when you get your hands over your head, your lower back has to arch to allow you to get the hand up there, I would rather you pulled your arms down in a short position, and we're going to think about front rack. So front rack is elbows up in front of body, and that's going to be a progression for that overhead. So if this is tough, Bring your elbows down into front rack position. Set the feet, chest up tall, hands overhead. We're going to lower down, go 30 seconds, and push tall. 1, 2. Nice work, keep the control. We've got about 7 seconds and we're going to swap sides. Breathe, driving down in the middle, and swapping sides, perfect. Set that foot at the front, extend out the back, lifting up and over the hands, back knee comes down, drive up and through. Back knee comes down, drive up and through. Going for 15 seconds here. We're going for about 5 to 6. Control, hands up overhead. Last 5 seconds. Nice work. And rest. Okay, lovely work. We've got one more round, 10 seconds. We're going to go into the dead bug. Set that position up on the floor. Okay, breathe. Set the knees up over the hips, and remember what I said, lower back's going to be compressed down, neutral neck, and we're moving. 3, 2, 1. Extend, go back in again. Extend, go back in. Perfect. Nice and controlled. Long positions. If the long positions are challenging, we're shortening that rep. I'll show you now, short reps, same movement pattern. One more on each side. Last one. And relax. Fantastic work. Okay, warm-up circuit complete. This is your chance to take a drink of water, then we're going to meet back on the mat for some higher intensity intervals. Alright, welcome back. Warm-up's complete. Body is warm. We're loosey-goosey, ready to go. We're going to work through 2 3-minute AMRAPs for the main part of our session. So AMRAP to me stands for as many rounds or reps as possible in the given time frame. But I don't want you to just go out like a bat out of hell and lose all sense of technique and form that you have learned over your training journey. Okay, so we want to make sure that we're moving at a pace where we can keep our technique, but you do want to move with intent. Okay? The exercises we're going to work through are simple. There's 3 of them, and they're all going to be for 20 reps. Okay, so you're going to do 20 reps of the first exercise, then the second, then the third. If there's still time left on the clock, you'll just go back to the first one, then the second, then the third, and you'll just keep moving through those 3 exercises. Exercise number 1 is going to be a reverse lunge. So much like our split squat, we're going to be moving this time though. So one leg will stay planted at the front, the second leg moves back and down. Same position at the bottom, but then we're driving forward. So that leg finishes back in your inline position. We're going to alternate these left to right. Okay, so if you step back on the left foot first, step forward, you're going to then step back on the right. Doesn't matter what you're doing with your hands at this point. If you want to move them like you're running, you can. If you'd rather have them fixed on your side, you can. Okay, so that's going to be reverse lunges. We're doing 20 of them. Once we finish 20 reverse lunges, we're going to move to the mat. And we're going to start in a plank position. This is going to be plank front reach. Okay, so feet go back, hand lifts off in front, hand come back down again. Key points from me here, when we lift that hand up, hips have got to stay still. Now, if you're tall like I am, that's quite a big distance between the foot and the fingertips to go. Okay, so it's going to be challenging. What I would recommend, if you find it really hard to keep your hips still, is to drop your knees down. So from this position, we're in the long plank, my knees come down to the floor, and I can reach ahead, put my hand back down, reach ahead, put my hand back down. Second key point, I don't want people rushing through this, okay? Lifting the hands up nice and quick, because then we just lose all control. So move with intent, but move with control. One hand at a time, we're alternating for 20 reps. You can break in between that if you need to. The last exercise is going to be a glute bridge. So we're trying to hit these muscles on the back of the leg, the hamstrings and the glute. We are going to be on the floor for this exercise. So, again, take your lying position, plant the feet underneath the knees, head and shoulders relaxed, then we're lifting up through the hips, soft touch, then push again. So we can rep these ones out. What I always like to try and think about is pushing through my heels in the midfoot, and at the top I'm trying to rotate my pelvis forward to really squeeze my glutes at the back there, rather than having an arch on my back. So we want to pose against that. Okay, so it's going to be 3 minutes of work, 1 minute of rest, twice. Okay, now get ready. Reverse lunges first. We're going to start in 2, 1, off we go, 20 reps. So we want to move with intent, but we want to move with control. Stepping back, there's 3. Now, with these lunges, we do want to step back into it, so our front shin stays pretty vertical. We can have a little bit of forward movement, but we want it to stay pretty vertical there. Okay, I'm working through on my 9th rep now. That's 10, perfect, 10 to go. Now, another thing you want to look out for, does my knee roll in? If my knee's rolling in, I want to have an intention of keeping that knee over my middle toe, or maybe even the pinky toe. That's 5 to go. 1, step back, 2, 3, perfect, 4, and 5, brilliant. Okay, I'm going to move into the plank front reaches next. That's been just under a minute. Reach, 1, 2, keep those hips still, 3, 4, lovely work, 5, if you need to break here you can, 6, 7, lovely, 8, 9, 10, go on, reach, 1, 2, 3, perfect, and work, 4, 5, 6, 7, last 3, 1, 2, 3, and relax. Glute bridges, still time on the clock. 3, 2, 1, and lift, 20 reps. There's 1, 2, 3, perfect. Squeeze at the top. 5, touch and push. 6, touch and push. 7, almost there. 8, 9, halfway coming up. Squeezing at the top. It's easy to batter these out, not think about that squeeze at the top, but we're losing out on so much if we don't. That's 4, 5, keep counting your own reps. 5 to go, 1, 2, lift those hips, and 1 more, perfect. We've still got 40 seconds. I'm going to move back into my lunges. Keep counting out your own reps. That's 1. Moving with control, but moving with intent. 3, 4, perfect. I'm in a rhythm now. Keep that knee lined up over your middle toe. 6, dropping the back knee down. 7, it's very easy to keep that back leg straight. Think about bending into the knee. That's 9, 10, 11, 15 seconds to go. 13, 14, come on. 5 seconds. 17, 18, 19, rest. Perfect. Okay, quite high tempo, but there is a couple movements in there purposely to slow you down a little bit, allow you to get your breath back so you can then put the pace on when you get back round to the top of that set. We're resting for a minute, then we're going to go again, okay? So what I would like you to do, get yourself together, figure out where you got to in terms of exercise 1, 2 and 3. I just finished my lunges, 20 reps. So I'm going to start from the plank front reaches. So that's the next exercise down. So wherever you finished off there, might have been glute bridges, 17 reps in. You've got 3 reps to go before you can move to the reverse lunges. So we're going to start from where you left off, okay? We've got about 15 seconds. So again, start from where you left off, work through those 3 exercises again, 20 reps each. I'm going to give you a scaling option for the plank front reach. Core could be fatigued. I'm going to give you an option to regress that movement slightly so you can keep the intensity, okay? Ready? Okay, front plank reach. So again, if we're fatiguing here, we can go to a tap on the shoulder. So we've not got as much of a long lever. That's 6, 7, instead of 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to continue with these, but if you need to, go to the shoulder tap. 3, 4, big reach. 5, 6, 7, lovely. 8, 9, 10. Okay, perfect. I'm onto glute bridges. Remember, pick up where you left off. 20 reps a piece. Glute bridges, we're pushing the heels down into the ground. Midfoot is doing the driving. Hamstrings and glutes are the main muscle groups you want to feel here. So hamstrings are the long ones between your knee and your hip. glutes are those big ones on the back that everyone wants to build up. That's 10. 10 to go. Touch and push. 2, 3. Big push. 5. Last 5 for me. Where are you at? Where are you at? 1, 2, 3, 4. Big push. 5. Perfect. Okay, I'm into my reverse lunges. I'm tall. We've still got time. 20 reps here. So wherever you're at, I want you working hard. I want you thinking about technique. That's 4 on the lunges. If you're on pace with me, let's get it. We've got about 1 minute and 20 seconds. 8, 9, 10, busting them out. 11, 12, come on, big chest. Bend both knees. 14, 15, good. I wobbled a bit there. I'm keeping control now though. 16, drop the knee down. 17. All right, team, here we go. Last 60 seconds. Last 60 seconds. Reach. 2, 3. Hips are staying still. 4. Remember, you got your regressions. Knees down or shoulder taps. 8. Try and have a calming breath when the hands get down. That's 15. 20 seconds. That's 20. I'm in glute bridges. Where are we at? Where are we at? Keep working. Touch and push. 3 and breathe. That's it. Breathing. Heart rate's up now. 10 seconds. Rep it out for the last 10. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Perfect. Rest and relax. Whew. Short and simple today. 2 3-minute AMRAPs, condensed. We had 3 exercises, high repetition, working muscular endurance, no kit needed necessarily. Well done. I'll see you next time on Starts on Demand.